Hello and welcome to Odds on Ligue and Matchday 13 after the international break. Alain Valnegri, we must not forget that finally we have PSG on top of the table and they have a good challenge on Friday against Monaco. All good, Alain?
Hello, yes, everything is good. Yes, PSG is actually leader. And
Finally.
Is a black cat. In the last 10 years, Monaco is the team catch and stole more points to Paris Saint-Germain.
Well, we saw, for instance, France 14, Gibraltar 0 in this international break. Not very exciting, but we are much more excited to see this coming back of Ligue and also with Lille to finish this match day. Lyon finally winning a football game before the break. So, guys, remember, as always, leave your comments, press the like, subscribe, and now let's go on with the show. So, if you are looking, by the way, for a bookmaker to sign up, we have a welcome offer with 1xBet 130%. Use our promo code, and actually you can use it for the first game. We have, Alain, probably the best game in this match day is PSG Monaco. On Friday, we left PSG finally on top of the table in Ligue 1. They had a great victory against Reims with Mbappé scoring a hat-trick, and they are looking also with one eye to the key game they have in the Champions League against Newcastle. You mentioned before at the beginning of the video that Monaco is the black cat of PSG. Tell me why.
Yes, in the last 10 days, the reason I don't know, because it's something special in football, that type of relationship between two teams. Now, we must to analyze the moment about the team. I think Monaco in the last games, especially away, there had bad game and bad point average, because they lose in Lille in a really bad game, draw in Le Havre, and that one, when do you see and when do you check the stats about PSG in the last 5 games at home in all competition, is 5 games, 5 victory, average of goal 3 goals per game scored, and 0 goal received in the last 5 games. At this moment, we saw the form about the both player in the between both team. I think PSG right now are really favorites. I don't have doubt, but I choose over 9.5 corners over odds 1.88, because both teams have an average half 9.5 goals with 50% minimal, and I think is a good opportunity, and we can try that.
9.5 corners per game is the average for both teams. By the way, PSG to win is around 1.5, Alain. I guess it's good enough also, no?
Yes, but Monaco is dangerous. Monaco is, I think Monaco, when we analyze the history between both teams, the moment of Monaco who need to have a reaction away, and that type of game you don't need motivation, and I think Monaco can have the level to do a quality game in Paris.
Well, you mentioned the last games between these two teams. Last season, Monaco won in the Ligue and got a draw in the Parc des Princes, and for instance, only in 2021, Monaco was able to win in the Parc des Princes, so they know how to do it not long time ago. Great game, of course, Mbappé also in the spotlight, scoring plenty of goals with France, with PSG. He's the top scorer of the competition, 13 goals, and he's playing against his former team, Monaco. Well, Alain, On Saturday, two more games. Clermont, Lens. Lens, they are improving and improving in Ligue 1. They are now in spot number 6, already in European spots, and they were able to beat Olympique Marseille with Gradit scoring the goal in the last minute. No defeats in the last 7 games in Ligue 1, of course, because in Europe, we know that they have a tough game against Arsenal away from home for Clermont. We mentioned it before the international break that they were getting better and better, and they are really alive.
Yes, Clermont is the Clermont about the last season. They have a really strong defensive phase. In the last 6 games, they received only 1 goal. The last 6 games is a lot for Clermont, but they doesn't score a lot. Is there the problem? Only 3 goals in 6 games. Lens, in the last game, we saw a Nantes with problem with the goal in Champions against PSV and in Ligue 1 against Lorient and Olympique Marseille. But is a team can win 1-0. We saw that against Olympique de Marseille. In Lorient, they'll catch a draw 0-0. And I think the defensive is really strong with a brilliant goalkeeper like Samba. After they must improve with the goal. Against Clermont is not, I think, the best day. I said you the statistic about the last 6 games of Clermont where they received only 1 goal. And I think for that reason, I choose the under 2.5 goals, odds 1.82.
Well, Clermont only 1 defeat in the last 5 games and was only 1-0 at home against Nice. Lens unbeaten in the last 7. Talking, of course, about Ligue 1. And also on Saturday, we have Strasbourg, Olympique Marseille with Strasbourg really bad, about to fall in the relegation spots. They didn't play before the international break, and the last games were draws against Clermont or Rennes. For Marseille, Alain, it looks like they are only finding happiness in Europe. Only 1 victory in the last 8 Ligue 1 games.
Yes, another team with a goal problem. In Ligue 1, we saw Olympique de Marseille in the last 3 games, only 1 goal against Lille, against Nice, and against Lens. And I think that one illustrates the difficulties about Olympique de Marseille, because he is the top 6 in Ligue 1. They're European, 2 European team, and Nice was brilliant from the beginning of the season. I think the FIFA schedule was a good point for Gattuso to working. We saw some games really good with Marseille in the content, especially in Europa League against Brighton, against the double game against ACCA. I think Marseille showed his potential. That one now, Strasbourg is not in a very good moment in accumulated some analysis, but in the content, Strasbourg is a team can be played face to face against every team, and that one we know Strasbourg at home is always strong. In spite of that, I think Marseille in the last 5 games in Strasbourg, they never lose. They won 2 times, and I choose Marseille winning in Lameno, odds 1.96.
Oof, you are brave, Alain? Olympique Marseille, they are the worst team away from home in this Ligue 1, only with 2 points, and they had 4 consecutive defeats away from home. You know, the last away victory for Marseille was in April in Ligue 1.
Yes,
I'm talking.
I know.
So long time ago. Let's see if they are able to revert the situation. Let's move on to the games on Sunday. First one is a good one. Nice Toulouse, Nice in the second spot. They lost the leadership after the draw against Montpellier, but still very good defensively. 7 games without conceding a goal, whereas for Toulouse, Alain, very close to their relegation spots despite the good week they had before the break with the draw with Lille and with the victory against Liverpool.
Yes, because Toulouse is a really emotional team. They've changed a lot. Some key player left Toulouse last summer, but when the team are concentrate, when the team enter in the field with clear idea, Toulouse can be made really good team, good game, because in Lille, catch a point in Lille is difficult. No team had the personality to play in Lille like Toulouse before the break. Toulouse are in Europa League, a key game against 𝐬𝐴𝐵𝐻 the next week. Nice in the last 6 games at home that received only 1 goal against Lille. But I think Toulouse is able to score in Nice. Nice at home and Nice in general from the beginning of the season, they have a problem with the goal, because 13 goals only scored in 12 games. And it is a really poor average for a second team in the classification, but they received only 4. And that is the key of the second spot of Toulouse in classification right now. I choose a surprise for this game. Every week I try to choose surprise. I choose the X. Odds are really high. X for Nice Toulouse, odds 4.14.
Well, indeed, it's a big surprise. This one, I was checking also the clean sheet for Nice, Alain. If they keep another clean sheet, is 2.0. Perhaps we see a goalless draw, and you have both the clean sheet for Nice and the draw. Very good odds. Next game is Lorient Metz. Very important for the relegation battle, with Lorient in the bottom 3 after not being able to score a single goal in the last 3 games. But at home, they are quite decent so far, only 1 defeat this season. Whereas for Metz, Alain, only 2 points away from Lorient, because they were able to beat Nantes in the last match day.
Yes, it's the first question about this game is who will have the possession, because both teams feel really comfortable in transition. We saw that from the beginning of the season. Metz have something more, I think, especially in the last in the area in the last 16 meters, that have more solution respect to Lorient. Lorient is not in a trouble, but in a really delicate moment, because the content are not bad. They beat the Stade Rennais at home, but after against team who defend really well, like Reims, like Lens, like Clermont, that doesn't score. 3 games without score a goal for Lorient, and Metz have this solidity in defensive phase to play comfortable against this Lorient, and Metz has always solution in transition. I choose Metz winning, X no bet, odds 2.95.
All right, another surprise. Metz to win is 4.10 if you are brave enough. Undefeated in the last 3 against Lyon, Le Havre, and also against Nantes. Next game, Montpellier, Brest, with Brest falling in the table, 3 consecutive defeats, winless in the last 5. Remember that they were one of the best teams at this start of the season. Montpellier, kind of in the middle of the standings at home so far. Alain, 1 victory, 3 draws, and 1 defeat. Perhaps this is another good one for a draw.
It is one of the most difficult games to predict, this one, because we have Montpellier are have problem with to have continuity and start his season, because the level and the content of the team alternate really good game with really bad game. At home, there is a team can be played against every team, but there won only one against Toulouse. And Brest is true. Brest away, they're losing Monaco, they're losing Lille, but his game was not the same level that will be found in Montpellier Sunday. I think Brest have a stronger block, can be disturbed a lot the game or the model of play of Montpellier, and I choose Brest winning 𝐿𝐴 odds 2.30.
All right. Next game is Nantes Le Havre, one of the big surprises in this start of Ligue 1. Le Havre, 7th in the standings, even able to draw against Monaco. Only 3 defeats this season, whereas Nantes, Alain, they arrived, or at least they were in a bad moment before the international break, with 3 consecutive defeats against Metz, Reims, and Lens.
We have 3 phases about the season of Nantes. The first was difficult, with a lot of problem with the summer, with the sport direct, with the board, with the chairman, and with the choice of the manager, with the market really poor. Until the second phase, Nantes is back again with that offensive football champagne, with really offensive, really liquid, with a lot of movement, and really funny to see. Now, the last 3 games, like you said, are really negative for Nantes. We don't have especially the game in Metz. But that one is what I said you before. Metz is a team really strong in defensive phase and not suffer the transition of the rival. Who said transition? Who said Le Havre? Le Havre known to play in that way. Le Havre away, they lose only in Marseille. Then draw in Lyon, in Rennes, in Metz, and then won in Toulouse. And that one is very good. I think for the team come from Ligue 2 is the best team away. And playing in Nantes, I think Le Havre will feel more comfortable if we analyze the synopsis of the game. And I choose double opportunity 𝐿𝐴 odds 1.75.
Another surprise, in your opinion, for the away teams. In your opinion, we have a lot of value this match day in the away teams. Metz, Brest, Le Havre, and let's see if as well in the next one, Alain, because we have Rennes games, and the season so far for Rennes is so poor, even at home. Only 1 point in the last 5 Ligue 1 games, only 2 victories at home this season, even losing to Lyon before the international break, whereas Reims, apart from the defeat against PSG, they are doing, again, a great season. If I check the odds, it's too low to go for Rennes at this moment.
Rennes is one of the biggest question in my mind about Rennes, because the squad is really strong. It's young, but is really strong. Now, from the beginning of the season, they lose his powder at home, because away we know. Remember you last season we catch a lot of surprise when Rennes play away, because they have that mentally luck when they played away, and they lose a lot of points. And there doesn't arrive in champions for that. Now, from the beginning of the season, Rennes, like local, is really limited. Because they won against Rennes, against Nantes in Ligue 1, and against Metz, not more. And last season, I think it was the best the best team at home with Paris Saint-Germain. And in my opinion, the cycle of 𝐬𝐴𝐧𝐧𝐞𝐿 is finished. Now, Reims travel in Rennes with a lot of ambition. We know the model of play of France. They doesn't lose in the last 5 games when they played away, and the model of play of France will feel really uncomfortable. Stade Rennais. For that reason, I choose the double opportunity. 𝐿2 odds 1.95.
Another double chance or another good odds for the away team, Alain, in this match day. And the last game is Lyon. Lille, finally, we saw a victory of Lyon, the first of the season against Rennes, perhaps when we didn't expect it. They have a tough calendar, as I said in my previous video, after playing this game. Then they have Lens and Olympique Marseille for Lille, 4th in the standings. They drew the last 2 games. Should we keep trusting Lyon? Maybe it's the changing point of the season, that victory against Rennes.
Lyon, we saw in Rennes an improvement. Of course, they finally play with the level Lyon need this season. It's a really young team that lose some key players, but the market was with a perspective to conserve the level about last season, and they have the squad to conserve the level about last season. Now Lille is a bad client. It's a really bad client for Lyon. They suffer a lot when they play in Lyon. Since 2015, Lyon won only 1 time against Lille at home in 7th season. Lille away is a team catch a lot of draw in Conference League, in Ligue 1. The last 2 games was in Marseille and in the North Derby, and they catch 2 draw. In spite of that, Lyon must to attack. Lille can be found space to attack the team of Fabio Grosso, and I choose over 2.75 goals. Is not 2.06.
Let's see. If we see goals, so far Lyon, they struggle a lot to score. Only 9 goals scored in this league. And so far, let's see if Fabio Grosso is able to get the 2nd victory of the season for Lyon and get closer to the places where you stay in Ligue 1, because right now it's 5 points away, Lyon, from Strasbourg. Well, Alain, this is a tough match day. I think after the international break, you are going for a lot of away victories or not home victories, let's say. Which one is your preferred bet in this match day?
Reims over 1.75 goals, odds 1.29.
And your ACCA?
PSG Monaco over 1.75 goals. Nantes Le Havre 𝐿2. Montpellier Brest 2x no bet. Rennes Reims 𝐿2 for a total 9.41.
Thank you, Alain. Thanks everyone for watching. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.